One of my favorite parts of robotics was using my knowledge and combining it with other people's knowledge to make a working robot that actually won a lot of competitions, and that was really fun to see all of our hard work come together into one big thing.
Well, this year was in some ways a very fun year because we got to blaze the trail. No one here has done this before, so we made the rules as we went along, and that was a lot of fun.
Everything that we do is there's people everywhere that are willing to help you along the way if you mess up. No one's going to really get mad at you or judge you. And we have a bunch of different people, like athletes to nerds, I guess you could say. Then they all joined together and they made this awesome robot that's sitting here next to me.
This year has been definitely a challenge. We've come so far as a team. Just a few months ago, so many of us didn't know what robotics was and what it entailed.
Well, I've learned the importance of teamwork and that it's very important to stay calm under these high-pressure circumstances. Like during the match, it can be really tense and pressures can be a lot, but it is important to keep your calm and just be relaxed and work with your teammates in order to accomplish your objective.
I learned about gracious professionalism and how to be a functioning member of a team.
It's definitely taught me about the engineering process, and it used to be whenever I was working on something and it didn't work, I'd get very frustrated. And I would think my ideas would be so foolproof, and I would just be like, "Ugh, why isn't it working?" And what it's really taught me is that you kind of have to go through the motions and really test every possible solution, and sometimes you just gotta throw it out before you can actually find one that'll actually work.
We have come so far. At the first match, our robot didn't even move. And we've now come to this amazing bot that we have now. It's really been a journey. I mean, when I started, we just had a flag raiser. It could only spin, it only did one purpose. And we developed it, we worked really hard, and was able to come up with a really good design.
When you're enjoying what you're doing, then there can be a commitment for something. And I was most committed to working on new ideas because I liked it. And that was like my happy thing to do. Creating new ideas is like hammering away at a rock with crystals in it. The first time you hammer away at it, the rock won't crack open, but by the 90th time, maybe it'll crack open and you'll have an awesome idea.
We didn't know what we were getting into, so everybody got to sort of decide what they were interested in working in, what area was most interesting to them, and move between the various parts, because the robot might seem simple, but it has a lot of different things to it. And everybody got to sort of choose the thing that they were most interested in. And I'd like to keep that for future years. That's a best practice.
Getting our whole team here to work together on our robot, also overcoming challenges.
Being a part of a robotics team, you need to put aside a lot of time to work on the robot and to communicate with other team members. And one of the most difficult parts that I found was working with everybody in a timely manner to achieve the goal that we had in mind.
Not everyone obviously agrees on the same ideas and answers, but then at the end you have to eventually figure out a collab between the both of them and then work from there.
The hardest thing probably would have been just combating all these different issues that we've had with the robot, coming up with new designs in order to be able to hang onto the bar or be able to encourage cubes into this cube arm.
Dividing the time, it seemed like sometimes it felt like we were kind of fighting for time. It'd be oh, software needs to do something, and obviously hardware needed to fix something, so it's kind of always vying for sort of control of the robot.
The hardest thing for me is hoping that my software works and that I don't screw up, because during some matches, there were some times where my software didn't work correctly, and now I had to watch through the whole rest of the teleop mode knowing that it's broken and it's not going to work, and watching my team just sit there trying to figure out what happened.
Robotics in one word would be dynamic.
Exciting.
Fun.
Amazing.
Professionalism.
Teamwork.
A challenge.
Fun. it really is fun.
Robots are cool. Done.